Alright guys, so yeah, welcome back to another video of Unplugged TV here. I just want to show you something on the Tesla app on the mobile phone. So if you go into your battery settings here and pull the slider all the way to 50%, see how it shows 188 kilometers only, and for a full charge is 376. I had most of the time when I got the car new 190 kilometers here and 380 on 100%. So you can see 4 kilometers it has dropped already, or 2 kilometers here on 50% state of charge. I am going to recalibrate the battery tonight because we are going for this drive tomorrow with the Tesla Owners Club Queensland, and this will be a 250 kilometer round trip, so I can easily have 100% charged battery. We will start in the morning at about 8 o'clock. Pull the limit to 100% first. Departure time, I set this to 7 o'clock. We are going to leave at 8, probably 8:15 as you know me. 7 o'clock, so the car will sit on 100% for 1 hour. I will, all week, I turn off the preconditioning. I don't want to have any heating or cooling running. I only want to have the car charged to 100%. All right, so this is all set up 100%, and I want to charge the car as slow as possible, but I'm not sure if 5% is fast enough to actually get it done. So it tells me it takes 9 hours to fully charge the car to 100% now, from 80% to 100. And we already have 10:30. See, now it shows me 375 only. It changes frequently depending on whatever temperature, moon phase, and all this kind of stuff, you know. So when I put it to 5 amps, it will start immediately, because the time to charge the battery to 100% is not enough until we actually depart. So I need to go a little bit higher. 7 amp. Let's see if it turns off at 7 amp. This should be enough. 6 hours, even on 6 amp, 7 hours 35 minutes, that should be fine. We've got 8.5 hours time, 7.5 hours it takes. So that's my understanding of the whole system. Let's see if this is the case. Why is it doing this? It doesn't make sense, right? Okay, leave it on 5 amps. 6 amps, and turn off the schedule. So it would start right now, charging at 6 amp, 6 hours and 50 minutes. So if I set the schedule now, maybe I'm not patient enough. Okay, 7 o'clock, no preconditioning for tomorrow morning, and we leave this running on 8 amp, 9 amp. I had this on 9 amp before. And the other thing I will do is the notifications. Charging started and charging complete. Just want to see, it sends you a little notification then in the taskbar, so you can actually check when the car has started and finished charging. Because at the moment, well, I don't know what's going on. So we've got like 8 hours time to charge the car before we leave. Okay, so I'll leave the car on 7 amps. I've played a little bit around with the settings now. I'll leave the car charging on 7 amps, and it takes about 7 hours to fully charge to 100%, and we've got 8 hours time. So it should be sitting on 100% for 1 or 2 hours, depending when we leave. And this should give the BMS enough time to recalibrate the kilometers, which are still at say 376 now. 188. Yeah, it changes as per temperature and other factors. like the moon phase, I'm sure. Okay, let's leave it sitting like this and then come back tomorrow morning and see what's actually going on. Good morning, guys. It's 6:30 spot on, and I got a couple of messages here on my mobile phone which I want to show you. So apparently the charging started at 2:55 with battery at 350 kilometers, and the charging completed at 5:09, so 1.5 hours ago, with 372 kilometers. I haven't started the app yet, or I wasn't in the car this morning to see what's actually going on. So if we click on one of these and wake up the car, there we go. Okay, so the battery seems to be on 100%, but it shows us only 373 kilometers so far. 188, 377 on 100%. The charger, interestingly, has not turned off yet. So it is still done now. Let's have a look inside. It has now turned off. I think it turned on. Yeah, that's what we do later. Yeah, so it's not charging anymore at all, and it shows us 372 kilometers. So okay, let's bump this up to 12 and see if there's any power going into the battery still. No amps. 0 out of 12 amps. The charger is on, we've got the voltage here, but there's nothing going into the battery. The battery is totally calibrated now, balanced, and 372 kilometers all in total at 100%. Charger has turned off. So this would mean we have lost 8 kilometers of range. So from 380 kilometers initially, we've got 372 left at this point of charge, which would mean we have a degradation of 2.1%. 2.1% degradation at 8,000 kilometers. I think I've got exactly lifetime. Yeah, I've got exactly 8,000 kilometers. 100% 8,000 kilometers. Odometer 8,000. Well, considering we are losing capacity at the beginning of the life of the battery, 2% might be the case. Yeah, good morning. But on the other hand, I have done a little mistake yesterday, because the battery was already on 80%. I pre-charged the battery yesterday afternoon because the sun was coming out. So I used all the solar energy, the surplus of my energy, and charged the car from that. So the battery was already at 80% when I started the test here, which is not ideal. Ideally, you should start this type of calibration from a low state of charge, so probably at around 10%, and then charge it up all the way above 90%. That's what is recommended on the internet to do, and I was already at 80%. So there's not much buffer, not much difference from 80 to 100, and the BMS may not be able to see the full capacity of the battery. So I will do this test again at some stage if I have a low state of charge, and also I need time then to charge up the car on a slower current, which could take up to 24 hours or so, or even longer. So it can only be done on a weekend. So I need to probably drive the car down on a Friday night or something, and then hook it on if I know I don't need it on a Saturday, and then leave it on charge all night long. Yeah, okay, so for the moment it's 372 kilometers on 100% state of charge. So well, this did not give me any further capacity or kilometers or range at all. And even if the charger turns on, when I change the current here, there's not even one single bit going into the car anymore. So the battery is now at 100%. It's now 100% full. What I don't quite understand is why there was the charging started at 2 hours and 45. So it must have interrupted the charging from last night from 10:30 at some stage, stopped the charging, and then started again at 2 AM, whatever it was. There, it turns off again. It checks the battery and sees there's nothing I can do anymore. There's not even 1 ampere hour, not even 1 amp going into the battery anymore. And then the charging completed at 5:09. This is a weird thing as well, because we have scheduled our departure for 7 o'clock, and now it is 6:30 here. I know it's trying to optimize the time and tries to it doesn't say it here, but it usually stops the charging at 6 AM because Tesla assumes you have low electricity prices during the night, and this stops at 6 AM. So they have this fixed 6 AM time for departure time, but if you want to leave at 7 or something, it usually stops at 6, so it's fine. So I don't know why it has stopped at 5:09 already. So it has totally ignored my departure time this morning. Maybe because of the 100% setting, and I can't really determine how long it will take to charge to 100%. That could take forever. Alright, so this is the maximum we can get this morning, and well, let's go with that. Okay, so we won't leave before 8 o'clock or something. And then navigate to the Gap, Park and Ride, Brisbane. Yeah, well guys, so far this calibration test, which may have failed because the state of charge was too high already. I will redo this test at some stage and do another video. Well, yeah, 2% degradation. I don't know. I need more information from others. Need more data. Well, maybe today is a good opportunity, because we are doing this tour with the Tesla Owner Club, and there will be heaps of Model 3s coming. But I doubt they have charged to 100%. They know all these numbers. Usually people don't pay attention to all this stuff. They just drive the car and don't. Okay guys, so far this video. As always, thanks for watching. This is Andy from Unplugged TV, Australia, signing off for today. For this video, I will do another video from the drive. And you stay charged, maybe to 100%, and let me know how much kilometers you get on the Standard Range Plus. And we will see us again in the next video today, very soon, very, very soon actually. Alright guys, thanks, see you then, bye. Actually, before you go, I want to show you the dog here. So the nominal full pack is still at 51.1 kilowatt hours, and the nominal remaining is 50.7, so 0.4 kilowatt hours less. So state of charge in here tells me 99%, not 100. And interestingly, the cell imbalance is 8 millivolt, which was always 6 or 4 millivolt, and now we have got 8. So this should be close to 0 now. So I guess it is not really balanced. You can see the minimum voltage here, 176, and this is 184. This is exactly 8 millivolts. Battery temperature is at 28 degrees. Yeah, well, interesting numbers here, right? 99%. I wonder if this one goes up again if I turn the charger on. Let's see if there's anything going into the battery Now that's the standby power, 0.3 kilowatts, because the car is awake. Well, there's no amps going into the battery anymore. So this is the end result. That's what we get at the moment with this calibration test.